the hole is the biggest damage producer, but if you get shut down, then they just have a whole map to run, and they'll make it outside before your next spawn. So I definitely can agree with vVv's attack there. Spitter coming in, spitting. They were able to back up very easily though. Boomer's dead. Smoker dead, and Hunter landed and got 6 damage in with that lovely, lovely pounce of hit.
You could hear right as they were coming down the hole, Smoker coming in, trying to get Nugget, but looked like Nugget slipped by just before he was able to press the left click button and hold him to his death.
I think of Nugget as kind of a weasel, you know, he's a jerk, and, well, no, actually I love Nugget, but he's very, very hard to pull it sometimes. I've tried many a times when we're practicing and stuff, and he's just very, very good at cutting line of sight. So props to Nugget.
A chopper!
Looks like they've got a witch coming in.
Reloading here.
Sometimes this witch is avoidable. We'll have to see exactly where it spawned.
I'm gonna assume that the witch is not avoidable because it is very difficult. There aren't very many spawns for her outside, and if she is on the coaster, I would really love to see that.
Looks like she's right before you get to the fence here. Possibly avoidable, but definitely the special infected could take advantage of it if they pull or jockey her into this.
Shoot the clown!
This witch shouldn't pose much of a problem for them with 3 auto shotguns and 1 AK. They might actually shoot the witch with an AK and draw her back in the room with all those auto shotguns and just pierce her all over the place. Looks like the attack came in, so we should see no problem with the crown here from Helk. Goes in, and sounded like a 3-shot crown.
Well, you definitely want to be generous with those bullets whenever you're facing that witch. Looks like the crescendo is up. Spawns have been down for a while. They might come up right in time for this first bump. That's a pretty big, well, basically the whole thing is a pretty special infected friendly thing.
Absolutely it is. Looks like Vasik got charged. Did not get charged down the ramp very far though, so he did not take any more damage than the damage that the charger does when he stops him. Does not appear that there was a smoker for the in-cap pull. So they missed the biggest choke, or the second biggest choke point I think on this coaster. There's a pull down spot just ahead that is just devastating if you get people limping.
Hey, watch out!
Reloading.
Keep following the track.
Spitter coming in, slowing people down, setting up maybe for this smoker pull depending on if they're lucky enough to get a spawn up.
This isn't actually the pull down spot I was talking about. I'm talking at the end of the roller coaster, just after they come out of the room. Because the only way to get back up... Oh! Jockey coming in and jumping back down, getting cleared very quickly by Nugget. Nugget failing hardcore there, just jumping off the coaster, showing that he has no will to live anymore. And if he can't ride a coaster again, he does not care about his life. A lot of damage taken there by Nugget. I love roller coasters, but that's the kind of thing that you cannot expect to see at a competitive level like this. They got him up though, and they should be able to finish this level barring any major difficulties.
We had a boomer coming in and getting quite a few booms, and
Heads up!
they took quite a bit of damage on that attack, but I don't know if it'll be enough to maybe win the bonus.
I completely agree with that. They're taking this very slowly, killing the commons that will just keep coming, but if you can stop them from coming all from the front. Smoker pulling, getting Helk all the way down. He needs a set of pills or he's going to go slower real soon.
Somebody turn off that
Anias going to hit the button, and he just did. Helk is officially limping now, so I hear a tank. This tank can be
looks like a tank is
absolutely
falling in.
devastating.
I'm not done yet.
Have you fought this coaster tank before?
Yes, I have. It can be very devastating, especially as separated as these are. A charger spawning in, getting Vasik up, but cleared pretty quickly. Spitter spinning into the covered area, which could be pretty dangerous.
Don't worry about me. I'll be okay.
I'm choosing to fight this tank in the dark room, which I completely disagree with. Once that tank comes in, if he comes in from the front, you are setting yourself up for a whole ton of different kinds of charges, which could be completely game-ending and make this lead that Blight has absolutely non-existent.
Dark room's a pretty weak place to take this. The Spitter spit in from the front, preventing any progress forward, but to be honest, I would have probably rather pulled back a little bit than have to face this tank in such a closed-off area.
Spitter spitting again, cutting off the back to them, and in comes the tank. He died extremely fast. He must have been picked apart by those AK.
That's right, Moosey. It looked like Anias was picking him off in the back of the dark room.
Vasik separated by spit, and he decides to down himself as opposed to wait for it.
Go on your feet. Let's go.
Blight definitely showing that they do have flaws on their survivor side as well, this map.
Thanks. I think I really heard something.
We did see a lot of damage, but we'll have to just wait
Oh,
and see. Oh! Go ahead.
great charge by Rawbur. Absolutely excellent. I watched him spawn, and it was a fun spawn to watch. Anias screaming, "Nugget, Nugget, grab these pills!" And he got him. So
Anias finding a very sneaky way to pass those pills. That could have been pretty devastating to have the entire team walk back and pick up an in-cap. Oh, a jockey getting meleeed and dead stopped. That could have been also devastating to have somebody pull back. And the smoker would have been also very terrible to have to make this walk again, but he was cleared off as well, and it looks like the survivors, Moosey, are going to have no problems walking in from this.
yeah, that smoker was just inches from getting that pull off, and that pull could have completely wiped this Blight team, as they are all very slow and limp. But they made it very successfully, and that is just
You
fantastic.
guys are gonna miss me.
Crazy sons of bitches mess me up.
That was a bunch of close calls, and it left me very flustered, to be honest. The jockey, to the spitter, to the charger, to the smoker, that was very nerve-wracking.
Looked like they set up for the quick attack, but weren't able to get their spawns. We should see this attack. Hunter coming in now. Charger coming shortly after. Hunter getting shut down. Jockey going in. Spitter dying. And, oh, beautiful! Charger charging into the spit. Doing a whole ton of damage, putting Rochelle into yellow already. Probably only half of her health, as she is still fat.
I definitely agree, that was a very strong attack. The charger saw that the spitter had already spit. He had no choice, spit or die, and the charger capitalized on that and put him right into this very strong attack.
Heads up!
I think the attack might have actually been an accident with the charger charging into the spit. I think he just wanted to get a new infected. But still, excellent, excellent charge.